YouTube, what is going on today? Happy Monday, and you guys know what that means on my channel. Another Battlefront 2 Hero Guide and Star Card setup for you guys today. Today we're going over Leia Organa, or more well known as Princess Leia, one of the greatest and most iconic characters from all of Star Wars, no matter who you are. I think anyone knows who Princess Leia is. Rest in peace, Carrie Fisher. Thank you so much for everything you have done for the Star Wars community and Star Wars in general. We all appreciate you, and rest in power as well. Again, today we are going over Princess Leia. Princess Leia, or Leia Organa, serves as an anchor for the team, deploying her enhanced squad shield to provide cover, scattering enemies with her thermal detonator, and punishing villains close to her with her deadly E11. I think this little bio for Leia in this game is perfect. I think that is exactly how people play Leia, and I think that is exactly how you need to play Leia. Regardless of any mode you're in, I think Leia shines in hero versus villains, but I also think she is very good in blaster modes. I have not used a lot of Leia in blaster modes, only for the fact that there are just better options when it comes to blaster mode heroes on the light side to pick for trooper modes and things like that. But I think Leia, if you decide to use her in HVV, I think she is fantastic. One of the best blaster heroes, if not probably one of the best blaster heroes on the light side. And I think she is very underpowered in some ways, but I also think she is very, very overpowered in some ways. She is perfect for a new coming blaster player that is just picking up the game. I think she's very easy to use, and I think she is, in my opinion, stands out and can be arguably, again, one of the best blaster heroes in this game. We can go over her abilities and her passives and some of the cards that I use for her so far. But her first ability is going to be her thermal detonators. So Leia can throw up to 3 thermal detonators that can explode after a short time. This ability enters a cooldown when all 3 detonators have been thrown. Again, this is Leia's, I think, her second best ability compared to Rapid Fire, her middle ability, which I think is just her best ability. But thermal detonators are fantastic. If there are some star cards, I think, that increase her blast radius, and I think there's also some star cards that reduce the time to cooldown for these. But again, if you are using the thermal detonators, like it says, which some players may not know if you are a newer player, is that when you throw her detonators, they don't, again, like, it doesn't reset all 3 of them until you throw the last one. So if you only throw 1, you can't have 3 again until you throw the other 2, and like so on and so forth with things like that. But again, I guess if you are someone that uses Leia in HVV, I basically just chuck these things across the map. If I die and I know where a team is fighting, or where I know where my team is at compared to where the other enemy team is at, and like the spawn and things like that, and where the fights are at and just things like that, it's great to throw these down, because if a more experienced player knows that you are using Leia, they will tend to back away from your thermal detonators. But there are some players that like to be cocky, that are like that will just eat the thermal detonators, and they will learn that you can literally destroy, like, basically a whole hero's or whole villain's health with just these detonators in general. And then it's just, I think Leia is a very aggressive blaster hero in this game, and if you are using her right and you catch a groove with her, you will outshine in any HVV game, and maybe even in some trooper modes, just depending on how you play. And then we can go over her squad shield, which is her other ability. Leia Organa deploys a squad shield at her location. Inside the safety of her shield, Leia is able to be protected from blaster fire and regenerate some health. So this works for every hero. I doubt this works for villains. I haven't really paid attention to it, if it does or not. I don't think it does, but when you are on the light side and Leia throws down your squad shield and you sit in the squad shield, you will regenerate base health. Basically, you can regenerate base health back to I think you can go back to your starting health if you aren't too low to where your health regen stops and caps and things like that. But that is why I run a certain card that will increase my health all the way back to full. And again, you just you're just protected from blaster fire. Lightsaber attacks, like lightsaber throws, are also something that you block with Leia's thing. But one thing you need to look out for is that Palpatine's lightning goes through the shield, and a lot of good Palpatine players, like I use this and on some newer Leias, or just Leias that don't understand it, I will just shock Leia's or shock people through her squad shield, and they don't think that it is possible to do that, but it is, and it is something that Palpatine mains should take advantage of, and it's something that Leia mains or just any people on the light side with a Leia on your team should keep accountable for if you're going against Palpatine, because you will get fried if you were to standing there, and you can't shoot through your shield, so you have to like try to figure a way on how to kill the Palpatine and things like that. I think it's a great balance, in my opinion, for like a Leia against the Palpatine, because a Leia against the Palpatine, just firing in general, you're just going to win 100% every time as Leia. But her last ability, Leia Organa swaps her blaster for a enhanced E11 assault rifle, which allows her to blast enemies with a stream of aggressive laser fire. This card is amazing, dude. This ability. Leia's best ability, hands down. If you decide to use some of her star card setups that we'll go over with here shortly, with her E11, you're gonna fry. That's all I can say. Rapid fire fries people. If you're hitting headshots with it, it can literally rip like an Iden or even just anyone in literally like 2 seconds if you're hitting headshots. Especially with some of the other star cards you can put on there. But her passive ability, like every other hero in this game, is health on elimination. So Leia Organa regains health for each defeated enemy. The equipped cards that I use right now, this is my HVV setup, is High Spirit, Fearless, and Relentless Firing. One also thing that newer Leia players really don't understand is that you cannot zoom in on Leia's base pistol. It does have an alternate fire, so if you hold down the left trigger, you will get like, I think it's like more of like an exploding shot that a lot of people tend to not use because they think it takes too much time to load to fire it, which in my opinion I do agree on, but in also my opinion I just think that Leia is like, I just think you like any weapon you're using with Leia is great, but I also think her alternate fire slaps, dude, when you are hitting it, because it is like an explosive shot, so it just rips your health. And we can just go over her star cards real quick and just talk about some of the cards that I tend to run with Leia and what cards not to run with Leia. But I think Leia has a really good and a really like balanced and decent star card setup, because obviously she got a rework from what she was in the beginning of Battlefront 2 to what she is now. She is a lot better than what she used to be, and I think people picking Leia now, or just have been picking Leia recently, is huge, because I think Leias are someone, like a good Leia is someone to look out for, because they can take over a whole lobby and not die. But yeah, let's just go over some of the cards that I run. So again, the first one that I am running is High Spirit. So Leia Organa can regenerate more base health, and the max health regen is 100. Plus, you keep in mind you have the squad shield that you can go put down and you can sit in and you regenerate more health. I believe with this card and sitting in the squad shield, I think her health regen is faster to base health. So I think that this card is a must when you're playing HVV or just super modes in general, because I think any card that helps you regenerate any base health, if you're a person that likes to go for high kill streaks or you like to just not die in this game, this is a card you're going to want to run. And then another card you're going to want to run is Fearless. So the blast radius of thermal detonator is increased by 1, or is increased by 1. Yeah, sorry. So the blast radius is just increased, so you get a higher explosive radius. So you can basically just deal more damage and things like that in HVV and just super modes in general. The last card I run is Relentless Firing. So the E11 rapid fire blaster can be fired for a longer period as the time reduction per blaster shot is decreased by 50%. So when you had this card equipped, her E11 shoots so much faster, and I think this card is again a must. But you may have some other opinions and things like that, but I think again for HVV, these 3 cards are the one that you're going to want to run. So again, Relentless Firing, Fearless, and High Spirit. So let's go over her last star cards and let's just talk about some of them, some of the reason why I don't use them, and some why I tend to switch and use them. The first one is going to be Optimized Shield Deployment. So Leia Organa can deploy the squad shield more often as the recharge time is reduced by 30%. Again, this is just a cooldown for the squad shield. Pretty basic. There's not really much to talk about it. It's just you just have the squad shield. Once you deploy it, it recharges faster, so you can use it again. Next, Rebel Heart. Leia Organa receives less damage while wielding the E11 Rapid Fire Blaster, and her damage reduction is 25%. This is another card that I will throw on in HEV if I am getting just destroyed and I'm going up against a better team that is blocking and is just destroying me as Leia or just whatever it is. I will tend to run this because then again, you just take battle. You just take damage reduction while using only the E11, which is huge. And then next, stay together. So if she is within 15 meters of 2 friendly units, Leia and her close allies will take reduced damage, and the damage reduction 10%. Again, another card that I would try to throw on and try to use sometimes. I think this is a lot better in trooper modes than it is in hero modes. I mean, this card works in hero modes if you are around 2 friendly units. But in my opinion, half the time you're playing HEV as Leia, you're not really by your teammates that much. I think teammates in HEV like to just push full teams by themselves and things like that, and you're not really going to be taking advantage of having 2 or more friendly units. So if you are someone that likes playing trooper modes and you love using blaster heroes and you like Leia, I'd say put this card on and just see if you slay out with it. I think this is great because I think this will work a lot better in trooper modes than I would in HEV. Next is Handy Device. So the cooldown of thermal detonators is reduced by 1.5 seconds at a max. Again, just another cooldown card for her thermal detonators. It's a good card if you use her detonators a lot and you just want to use them more fast or just use them faster and things like that. Again, another good card for you. Laser Brain, the alternate fire on Leia Organa's Defender Blaster deals bonus damage, and that bonus damage is 35. So again, like what I said about the alternate fire for Leia's base pistol, you have an alternate fire, so again, the alternate fire, if it hits, it lands just 35 bonus damage. Again, another just basic card. Just another repetitive thing we are seeing a lot in a lot of these heroes and a lot of these blaster heroes. And then the final card is Shield Durability. So the Squad Shield has an increased max health by 25%. Again, the shield does have health, and if you are shooting at it, and I believe I think it's just shooting at it, or maybe even, I don't know if you hitting it with a lightsaber or things like that takes down damage. But from what I know, hitting it with blaster shots and things like that does take down the health of the shield. So again, this is the last card, 25 increased health for your shield. And again, that rounds out everything for Leia. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Sorry if it's a little bit longer. I was talking, just rambling a little bit. I have 3 videos left when it comes to these heroes. We have Maul, Luke, and BB9E. Super excited for these last 3 because I've just been holding on to these last 3 and I've just been anxious to get these out and finish these. I'm super excited that we are almost done with all of these. Again, thank you guys so much for all the love on all my videos, leaving comments, leaving likes and subscribing and things like that. We are taking over this year, and I am super excited for what is in store for this channel and my community and things like that. Again, if you guys want to join my Discord channel, it's going to be down in the description. If you guys want to follow me on Twitch, I stream a lot on Twitch, and it is going to be down in the description as well. It is just Tancho TV, things like that. We are trying to get to 500 followers on Twitch, and I am grinding to get there. I may be live while you're watching this video, so if I am, just go down, scroll down, hit the link, and just send you straight to my Twitch, and I might be there. Come talk with us. We love talking about Star Wars. We play Star Wars. We react to videos and things like that. Again, I reacted to the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer. If you haven't seen that yet, also go check that out on TikTok and all the other things. So thank you guys so much again for the video. If you guys stayed this long, I appreciate you guys so much. You guys mean the world to me, and I'm super excited to finish the series out with you guys. And then I'm just happy from where we started with this series to where we are at right now. Again, thank you. Thank you so much. I will see you guys all next time. Have a great rest of your week. May the Force be with you, and I will see you guys all next time. Peace out.